Repeat. Count 7, 4, end.
When I started the Tacticool series, I was kind of having a hard time figuring out exactly how to define what is and is not Tacticool, because it's kind of a fuzzy term, isn't it? Everybody has a different definition, but I think I got a hook in it. I think I got this one, and it really comes down to branding. Before I continue, I realize this show is going to make a bunch of marketing people cry, but I'm really oversimplifying this because I'm not one of you guys, so I can't use every single term you guys know, but basically, this is my understanding how this works, so I'm not proclaiming myself to be an expert, I'm just saying. For the sake of this discussion, branding is a marketing term in which you're trying to associate something more to an object than what it actually is. So if you're selling a soda, you're not just selling the soda, you're selling a concept that the soda will make you feel good, that all the cool people drink your soda, that it's a really nice thing to drink this soda. It's basically marketing hype. And some people are going to say, well, how can a logo give me an emotional response? I mean, it's just a thing, right? Well, I got one thing to show you right here. Yeah, immediately upon seeing this, you had an emotional reaction to it. You saw it, you know exactly where it's from, you know what it represents, you know what it means, and you had some sort of emotional response to that. That's branding. The ultimate point of branding is to try to associate an image with a brand name or with a logo so that it's going to be implied that, hey, all of these people use this product, so if you want to appear to be one of these people or you want to actually be one of these people, you have to be using that product and you have to have that logo on you. Personally, I have no idea what they're talking about. The point was really driven home to me many years ago. I went to the V&A Museum in England, and if anybody can find this on any search engine, you're better than I am. But they had an exhibit there called Brand New at the V&A, and it was basically talking about this concept of how brand names become so integrated into society. And to prove the point that it wasn't just selling a product, it was selling an idea. They had a kid's bedroom, and half of the kid's bedroom was all Hello Kitty, and the other half of the kid's bedroom was all Manchester United. And they match it, piece for piece, everything in this bedroom, from the tables to the garbage cans, to the chairs, to the beds, everything matched. They weren't obviously selling an actual product, they were selling an image, they were selling the brand. And we become so inundated over the years that now it's just normal, that if we see a brand, we just kind of keep on going. It's not until something looks off on it that we actually kind of sit up and take notice. So I'm going to point this out over here. This comes from this guy over here. He's an artist, a graphics artist, and I'll have links down below to his project. But he's done this to a whole bunch of other logos. Yeah, you're looking at that and you know something's wrong, and you had to take a second or third look in order to really make sure. That's because the branding is so powerful, it's so burned into your brain that you know that it's wrong. You know that there's just something not right about that. Oh, and before I take these down, the reason I have both these up here is because I'm willing to bet you that you've had contact with one, if not both of these today. Okay, we're done. We can move on now. So how does this relate to paintball in itself? Well, that's the reason I'm wearing the ECUs right now. This is not military issue ACU. Anybody who's been in the military or anybody who's been around paintball long enough, you know that. This is actually something from Spec Ops. But there's actually one Rocky Rococo's that I will not walk into while wearing this because they insist on giving me a military discount. I've even told them not to, but they keep on saying, no, we got it, don't worry about it. They do it because they see ACU and there's already a connection from ACU camouflage to military. And then they ask me why I always go through the drive-thru. Well, there's a reason. But talking about branding inside the game, we do it all the time. What you wear is sort of portraying what kind of a player you wish to be perceived as. So let me start with this, the camouflage here. You see a guy walking on the field wearing this, what is your immediate impression of the guy? Oh, he's wearing camouflage, he's got the flag, he's got a couple of patches. He's probably a scenario guy, because he's got all the cool little windows and all that. He's probably going to be a sneaker. He's probably one of those guys who's going to be trying to use that camouflage out in the woods. He's probably using a Tippmann. Probably one of those backwoods kind of guys. And he's probably going to be knowing what he's doing out in the woods, but to put him on the speedball field, he'd be completely useless. The stereotypes, yes, but that's kind of what branding is. All right, so let's change it up just a little bit here. All I need to do is change one or two details, and you're going to be drawing a different conclusion. So, what's your opinion now? Well, he's wearing a bright yellow jersey, and he's got the hat on backwards over here. He's probably a tourney guy. He probably has no idea what he's talking about in the woods because, well, he's wearing all this bright stuff over here. He obviously doesn't know anything about camouflage, and he's got logos all over the place. And he's wearing an AO jersey on top of it, so he's probably an old school guy, probably going to be shooting a mag of some kind. Yeah, that's what the branding does. It gives you an immediate reaction to what somebody is going to be like or what they want to portray themselves as. The thing is, I'm still the same player regardless of what I'm wearing, but what I'm choosing to wear is me trying to portray to the world, hey, this is the kind of player I am, this is the image I want to portray to you. Of course, alternatively, I can do something else. Okay, so if I don't have that jersey on, I have this one on, what does that tell you? Probably that he's an egotistical guy who's hyping his own website. Yeah, moving on. And to go a little meta here, sometimes branding is trying to go a little bit further than itself, where you're trying to associate your brand name with somebody else's brand, or in this case, you're trying to associate your brand name with, I don't know, a bigger feeling than that. Yeah, I don't think I need to spell this one out for you guys. So when you see somebody walking onto the field and they're wearing, I don't know, a dye jersey, a Vulcan jersey, a Vulcan camo jersey, they're wearing the dye tack camouflage, they're wearing the BT uniforms, they're wearing, I don't know, an Empire jersey, you're going to be drawing conclusions on what kind of player they are based solely on the clothing that they're wearing. And that's what they want you to do. By choosing to wear those specific brand names and to wear those specific logos, they are trying to portray an image about themselves. They're trying to say, hey, this is the kind of person I am, or the kind of person I want to be. That's how it works. Which brings me to the paintball sniper thing. Yeah, you guys didn't see that coming all the way from Sheboygan, did you? You don't hear players talk about themselves as paintball militia or paintball guerrillas now, do you? But you hear people talk about themselves as paintball snipers. Simple reason for that, and that is the branding. Speaking only from a pop culture standpoint, what is a sniper? A sniper is some guy in a ghillie suit who can single-handedly take on an entire army and be victorious, push back entire droves of people. It's the one guy taking on the world. How wonderfully American when you think about it, isn't it? But it's the one guy taking on the entire world and stopping everybody and being completely and totally awesome. And that is essentially the branding that most of these guys are tapping into, and that's why I really have a problem with the whole paintball sniper moniker. And yes, I'm going after you guys in this latter half here, and probably everybody's gonna say, oh, that's not necessary. Well, that's the whole reason I bring this up entirely. To try to explain why I bring this up, let's say you're going through the mall or something like that, and you see this old dude, like 50, 60-year-old dude, and he's got a pair of jeans that are like really way down, but the crotch is really high on him, and he's wearing an Abercrombie and Fitch t-shirt, and he's trying to look all cool and stuff, and a little bit of you inside is just giggling like a schoolgirl. That's because, in a way, the branding is kind of failing at that point, because it's somebody who's trying to buy into something that they just are not. But they think that by buying the right stuff, they're buying into that branding. They're buying into that concept. Yeah, same thing goes with the paintball sniper crowd. For lack of a better way to put it, you guys are that 55-year-old dude wearing the A&E clothing. It just doesn't work. Now, just to be fair, and just to play both sides of the fence here, I have the same kind of disdain when I see some kid walking around, he's wearing a Dynasty jersey, he's wearing brand new pants, he's got a Dynasty-style gun, and he's got those big bright goggles on his face. The first thing I look at him and go, really, kid? You're trying too hard. Buying into a brand name is not evil. Don't get me wrong. I have no problem if somebody wants to wear a dye jersey if they happen to like the brand name. That's fine. Just don't go overboard and don't buy into the hook, line, and sinker because you think that if I buy all this stuff, I'll look really cool. You're just gonna look like another poser. Just be brand aware is what I'm saying. Okay, I suppose this is a Tacticool show, so graphic up. Come on, put it up there. Yeah, so where do I put this? Branding itself is really far on the Tacticool side of things because that's really all it is. It's just image. It's just empty fluff. There's actually no substance to it. But the thing is, I know that like a bunch of idiots, we're going to continue to buy into the branding because, well, we're human and that's what we do. That's part of it. That's what these guys tap into. If it wins on Sunday, it sells on Monday. Everybody knows that in the industry, so they're going to do everything that they can to associate their brand name with winning. And the biggest thing is that for every individual who says, oh, I don't listen to industry hype, I just buy things based on their own merit. Yeah, I can find another 50 guys who are drooling right now over the catalogs of Dye and Vulcan, looking at their camo stuff and going, you must have more stuff from these guys. I'm gonna hyperventilate, I gotta stop. Oh boy, I think I just did hyperventilate. Fanboy I do not make. I'm gonna go lay down for a little while. Where's my dew?